Okay, they can hear us.
It is bright. I specifically kind of have to wear a hoodie now because we learned that sometimes when I do the Pierce voice, it like does this weird reverb thing, and it sounds like a fart. And so I have to wear something where I can bring the lapel mic down because I'm the only streamer on Twitch who uses a fucking lapel mic.
I support it.
I do too.
Thank you, Rafi.
I think it's good.
I think people who do cooking streams also use lapel mics.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've seen.
You're the only gamer
floating
with a
mics.
lapel mic.
Yeah, yeah.
You're the person who sits on a couch and plays games. And
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh. 16, 17,
just rolled.
and a natural 20 so far.
That's very good.
I got
Oh.
snake eyes.
Oh, double what?
Oh, wow.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, God.
I have to roll.
I hope chat is rolling their D20s as well. It's become a thing. It makes me so happy we all roll together.
Yeah,
An
everybody-
18.
Oh?
18 for Q. People
No,
who are just
for
popping
Q.
in right now are just like, oh, this is for Goon.
No, I'm saying you said 18 for Q, and I said no, fuck you.
Oh, that's funny. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's good.
Ah,
Sorry, Mom.
It's gonna be fun. Welcome to the Dice ASMR portion of the show,
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
where we talk real low and. Well, actually,
Cool.
Rothmar should probably host it.
Yeah.
I can do it here.
Here we go.
I rolled a 10.
That's neutral.
Hang on.
Hold on. Can I get it? Oh, okay. All right. That should be over here. All right. And then you get it real close. And then you just let them roll into each other.
And you can get your SAS towels at the gift shop on the way out.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
I'm so glad I was wearing headphones for that.
Oh, my God.
It was glorious, wasn't it? Anyway, hi, hello everyone, and welcome to the Secret Adventure Society. The meeting will come to order.
Oh,
Yeah?
Yeah. Wait,
Yeah?
what did Goon say? No.
no, I said oh.
Oh,
I think we're all stressed. It's fine. We're fine. We're good. You
don't
go
be
ahead.
stressed.
Ah.
I just made you guys fight a fucking dragon last week. You don't have to be stressed.
Yeah, the hard part's over.
Yeah,
Yes.
emotions are not
The hard
hard.
part is over.
Anyway, as always, thanks to everyone who has been telling your friends about the show. We super mega appreciate it. If you find yourself watching our little program and you think to yourself, you say, self, I sure would like it if I had more people to talk to about this little program. Maybe think about, telling your friends or tweeting your favorite line or like making your favorite clip to share out of context. These are ways that you can, I say out of context, with or without context would be lovely. But these are all phenomenal ways that you can help us grow the community with us. And so many of you are already doing that. So thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. Don't forget that if you tweet about the show using the hashtag Secret Adventure, we might just use your name as the name of an NPC in the game, like we did for Brenna and Mix and Nicole and Captain Riddick and Hunter the Horse and
Poor Hunter. he got named a horse.
I think congratulations, Hunter.
I mean,
Oh, man.
You'll outlive us all, Hunter.
Well, unless Q gets a hold of you.
Oh, boy. He definitely outlived
Yikes.
Jedi.
sad. Also, Magistrate Idejzat, rest in peace, or in. I mean,
Maybe.
you guys.
Maybe
There's some questions left open there. Anyway,
Rest
moving
in
right
sloppy goo.
along. Right. Rest in sloppy goo. Jeez. Don't forget that if you miss a show, sorry, I had to take a sip of water and reclaim my composure there. Don't forget that if you miss a show, you can always catch up on the VOD or on our YouTube channel or on your your most favorite podcast app. Sessions go on YouTube the Fridays after they air, and they go on the podcast feed the following Monday. So if you're watching and digging, please don't forget to like and subscribe, maybe even leave a review on the podcast platforms. These are all wonderful things that go so far into helping us find new friendos to enjoy the show with us. Thanks as always to our mods. Thanks to Aurelia Raff for our fantastic character art, and to Blizzard Entertainment for allowing us to use music from World of Warcraft.
You put the accent on the second syllable of Warcraft.
I did just then. Yes, it was.
That's
Very
I love it. That feels so much like classier.
World of Warcraft. Anyway, everybody pitch your shit now. Goon.
I'm Goon. There's a ranger in there somewhere. And you can find me on Twitch. I do art-ish streams where we do Hero Forge characters. And we're starting to do maps and stuff. I also take commissions for all those things, and it's fun. It's mostly just chill. And you can also find me on Twitter at Ranger Goon.
I'm sorry. Did you just say your streams are chill? Would you like to tell everyone what the name of your community is?
The name of the community officially is the Goon Squad. They have named themselves Horny Jail for some reason. I don't know why.
That's what counts. That counts is what they named themselves.
That's right.
Okay.
Put me in there. I think I'm part of Goon's community now.
The streams are intended to be chill. Sometimes my community just gets an hyperfixation attraction on the characters that I'm building in Hero Forge.
Well, I think that means you do a good job.
Yeah.
I think it means I do a horny job.
No, it's like the opposite. I feel that pain. It's like, hey guys, we're trying to run a chill stream here, and then everyone's just like real horn dog about something, and I'm like, am I having an opposite effect? Like, I don't understand.
Yes.
My whiplashing.
I'm sorry,
people
I'm hung
with
up on the
other
phrase.
emotions.
I'm sorry, I'm hung up on the phrase horny job.
Horny.
I'm
Horny
leaving.
job for a horny gel. Okay.
You guys
anyway.
have fun.
Goon, did you? We kind of like bounced all over you, but did you have?
No,
anything you wanted to say?
that you did not bounce any more than my pitches normally bounce. Okay.
Steve-o.
Hi, my name's Stevo. You can find me over apparently on Ranger Goon's channel. That's the. This will just find the rest of us from here on out. Actually, I am the host of the Gutter Nerds Twitch stream. You can find us at twitch.tv/gutternerds. We are your home for Star Wars content and for retro on Saturdays. We're going through Knights of the Old Republic right now, a light side playthrough. So we're doing it sort of episodic, so you can, it's sort of like D&D with lightsabers in video game format. So swing on by, enjoy it.
Which joke do I choose? I'm not going to do anything. Okay.
Hi, I'm Rothmar. This will be my last appearance on the show for now. I write content over on Rothmar.com, which I have free mental space to handle and update now, so that'll be fun stuff. And I will be streaming more often here come summer on twitch.com/twitch.tv, whatever, /Rothmar as well.
Yay! Locke, would you like to tell everyone where people can find you if they're unaware?
Twitch.tv/Lockness when you hear your family.
She went straight for it today.
I'm adapting this Stevo method where it's just like one line. You guys don't even know what I stream. It doesn't matter. We're all family here. And no one's in horny jail.
When they film,
Well, that's
Except for
up to
Valkyrie.
them.
You challenged everybody now. We're gonna try and shoot for horny jail now.
when they figure out what you do stream normally, they'll be like, "Wow, now I know what she streams."
You say nobody's in horny jail, but like I'm gonna throw a succubus at you guys tonight, and
Oh,
that's
God.
the whole
We'll
point.
suck your bus.
Wow. Secret Adventure Society is not intended for children.
Yeah. Anyway.
Look. If this is Rothmar's last one, we have to get it out now. Because once he leaves, like, sex appeal goes too.
Wait,
so
Rothmar's
gotta-
getting it out on this stream?
No, gosh.
Okay. All right. Anyway, I'm Zakiwak. You can find me at twitch.tv/Zakiwak. I play games and sing songs and stuff. And every Saturday I do one-shot streams. I'm so upset by what he just said that I'm just carrying on. I do streams where Chat and I write a one-shot together within the span of an hour, and it's a whole lot of fun. You should come hang out. That's twitch.tv/ZachEwag. Once again, twitch.tv/ZachEwag.
My
First
mom
exit
is
off
in
I-5.
here.
I love.
We're normal people, I swear.
I love you, Mom.
Oh man. D&D, you guys.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Speaking of which, do you guys have anything to say before we get started?
I'm sorry.
That's about as good a note as any. So previously, on the Secret Adverb Society, I got confused. On my notes it says the Secret ADV Society, so naturally I thought it was the Secret Adverb Society.
How long have you been sitting on that joke?
Just now.
Okay.
Just literally just now. If I had sat on it for any amount of time, there's no chance I would have used it. Anyway, previously on the Secret Adventure Society, your travels brought you to Scyhoff at the request of Zephy Alemason, a businesswoman from the Crescent Isles with plenty of money to burn. You have been traveling the mainland, investigating various phenomena. Lately, you've been investigating these odd two-dimensional clouds that seem to appear randomly in the space around you, displacing anything or anyone in their path. You came across Nicole, Mix, and Brenna, who were actually in the area studying the same phenomenon, and you chose to all work together. You arrived in Scyhoff and watched little by little as the town was basically destroyed over the course of a few storms. After the last storm, the most recent storm, Augustus actually crossed paths with a former student, a dragonborn woman by the name of Reyna Trogo, who essentially told Augustus that her life was left in ruin when he was not around to help her with a delicate situation. But thanks to some crafty aerial acrobatics and tricks in the preceding storm, you all managed to place 3 stones enchanted with a location spell inside some of these clouds, which led you to a cottage hidden by an illusion of debris to make people think that the cottage had actually been destroyed in the storms. Inside, you found a trap door into a basement that contains some kind of church or cultish religious chamber with elevated pews, as well as long decayed skeletons hanging from cages overhead. You then found yourselves descending a staircase through an impossibly cavernous darkness. Augustus actually fell from a crumbled step and into a pit with some kind of creature similar to the beings that stormed Evercrest on the day of the wave that brought you all together. Augustus and Q fought the creatures, and then you made your way into some kind of cave, one with a kind of lake filled with a familiar inky black liquid. Then a dragon broke forth from the surface of the lake, and another battle took place, with some of you actually falling unconscious in the process and becoming damaged. Once the dragon was slain, Kess, curious about some of the odd behaviors this liquid had started to show around her, in front of her, walked into the lake. And when she did, the water parted before her as she did. She sat in meditation while the rest of you sat in rest, which is where we're going to pick up tonight's session. So those of you on the shore can hear a soft but distinct trickling of water, almost like a whirlpool kind of, and it's echoing lightly off of the cave walls. You cannot see Kess, but you can see just barely in the surface of the lake, you can see this perfectly circular opening in the surface of the water where you saw her sit. So, what are all of you doing?
If I remember right, I think Pierce is sort of keeping a lookout, like gun drawn, sort of in a stance of just, in case something happens.
Okay.
I believe that he's still there.
Okay.
Q is as comfortable as you've ever seen him, and is taking a brief nap.
Okay.
Augustus is over near the corpse, I guess, for lack of a better word, of the dragon that we had killed. Just like daintily carving off some various materials to use in spellcrafting.
Okay, now important note: the dragon is actually in the water with Kess.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
That's no fun.
Like in the black water.
Oh, black water.
Probably wouldn't be doing that then. Probably reading. Guess I'm
Okay.
reading books.
Okay.
Books are
Kess,
cool.
what is Kess doing?
I mean, I'm meditating as, for the hour. I think I covered everything.
Okay, so you guys are
Like-
taking a short rest then, yes?
Oh yes, please.
Is that everybody or just the people on the shore?
That would be everyone. And Pierce, you're on the shore as well, right?
Right. Just
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
I would say you could be getting, like, you can be resting without sleeping. You can be like standing or sitting on the shoreline, alert and on watch, but still getting a short rest. That's perfectly fine. So a little bit of time comes and goes. Q perhaps might even be snoring, as this sound of like a kind of whirlpool bounces off of the chamber, and a little bit of time comes and goes, and you can all now mark a short rest if you wish.
So as I come out of the water from
Yes.
meditation, I'm guessing Pierce is standing there. So I'm just gonna look at him like really awkwardly.
Pierce, as you watch as the water parts in front of you, and eventually you just see, like, you see a weird ripple in the water, and you see it part, and Kess is revealed, completely untouched by any of the liquid.
So what did it say?
It didn't talk to me. I mean, not in that way. But
I'm just saying, you talk to a lot of like shit. So this didn't speak back this time.
that's very fair. But I mean, it wasn't, speaking, like it was a feeling.
I don't know what that means, but you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. I also don't think it's bad. Like, I don't think it's evil.
Did we stop the storms? Do we know?
I don't know about that. I mean, unless that dragon was controlling them, I don't know how we would have stopped them,
Well, if we gotta go kill something else, we gotta go kill something else.
Wait, like, do you not think that we should rest before we just go into another room?
Yeah. I can't argue with that.
I mean, there's a dead dragon here. We know the thing that was here is dead. So resting here might not be a bad idea if we have to, because I have no clue what's ahead of us.
You don't think that dragon had like a... This isn't a dragon nest, is it? Can I look around and see if there's any...
Sure.
Can I note any eggs, anything that might scream to me that there's more?
Does
Sure,
this
make-
feel like the 2000 Matthew Broderick film Godzilla?
I was literally thinking that exact scene. Get out of my head, goon.
That movie. Okay. Pierce, yes, make an investigation check. Where exactly are you looking? Are you just like looking around you, or are you actually investigating the chamber?
I probably wouldn't leave the conversation to do like a thorough investigation. I would probably
Okay, I would say
do
just make a
a
perception
glance.
check then.
Okay. This is an 18.
An 18? Okay. Yeah, you look around. Specifically, you're looking for any other signs of danger, correct? Any other signs of like other dragons, perhaps?
Yes.
So as you're looking around, you're able to see a couple of areas where the dragon might have been nesting apart from underneath the water where you found it in the first place. You don't necessarily see any signs, any eggs like you specifically mentioned. You don't necessarily see any other signs of life.
Okay. I mean, if we don't think there are more around, yeah, that
Man,
sleep is fine.
okay. Well, Q's being really cute anyways. I don't want to wake him up. So,
He looks absolutely evil when he's sleeping.
well, you just said he looked cute whenever he was dead. So what's the
Yeah, he's cute when he's dead. He's evil when he's sleeping.
You know, his like teeth are bared in this.
Okay.
When he's unconscious, he's not dreaming. When he's dreaming, he looks like he's gonna bite me again.
What do you like? So we've all been having like dreams, or we have had dreams. What do you think his were?
If he had a bad dream like we had, his was probably that they ran out of stick meat fucking somewhere.
Or fish? Yeah. So, do we need to take watch? Is Augustus awake? Or is he asleep too? Augustus?
What? Who?
Hey,
What? Sorry, I was short resting. What's
do you think it's smart for us to take a long rest here? Like, could we have, the hut and just kind of chill out?
Oh, yeah, sure thing. That makes sense to me. I don't think there was anything terribly pressing earlier, right? The whole.
Well, she said the water wasn't evil.
evacuation, The giant beams and the killing of the. Yeah, we can long rest. I'm sure it's fine. And I whip up a tiny hut for us.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So yeah,
drag Q in it without trying to wake him up.
Yeah, we can. Where he's sleeping.
Oh, okay.
Make.
Wait, no, he said he was gonna put it up where he's sleeping, so I don't. have
Oh,
to
okay.
switch
Okay.
them. Okay.
See how you guys watch is just a shimmer in the air around you, and the tiny hut appears directly over Q, and you guys are inside.
Tiny hut.
My tiny hut and me.
I'll take watch.
Well, I'll take watch with you because I kind of wanted to talk to you about some stuff.
Is it water stuff?
Kind of.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you not
We'll
want
wake
to talk about
Yeah,
other stuff?
I just know what I'm getting into.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of water stuff. I don't really know, actually.
Okay, Turtle, you get to sleep first.
Perfect. Good.
And I'm guessing the rest of our NPC friends are.
Yeah, at this point, let's see. Mix actually took a lot of damage, so she's been asleep for a fair amount of time. She was actually asleep like very near where Q was, so that's perfectly serendipitous. And Bruna and Mix are settling in as well. So yeah, they're inside the hut and cozied up.
Okay. She's just really awkward now, like not knowing where to start. So
Pierce is just letting her be awkward. He's just gonna.
she is struggling.
It's not gonna
Just
help her.
Really weird. Okay. So, the way you reacted to Augustus and his student, it just made me. Well, first of all, I don't think you're wrong. I think that some of this does have to do with them, especially after the doors. But
The other way to say that would be that you think I'm right.
But I also think that he didn't know.
Oh, I don't think he knew. I think he dropped the fucking ball.
Well, I think he didn't know there was a ball to begin with.
Okay, that tracks.
And I really want you to trust me. And so I have information that I've been holding out on, like, just because it's weird, awkward information, and I honestly don't know what to do with it, but I also don't want you to be mad at me like you were with him. So I want to tell you things.
The best way to keep me from getting mad at this point is certainly to tell me.
Well, I know, that's why I'm bringing it up. I'm not going to bring it up and then not tell you.
I promise you, I won't yell at you.
Okay. Well, like I said, like I do think it has to do with the student, and I kind of said this earlier today when everything was happening and everyone was talking, and I also know that I know for a fact that it has to do with the void or a void or whatever the void is.
Okay, so you know that the storms have to do with something called the void.
I know that the life well water, which now I know that the life well water is also connected to all of this, because I mean, we came down here and there's a big pool of it over there. You know, like I know that it has to do with the void, and I also know that it has to do with, like, and I don't really understand what this means because I didn't get to ask a lot of questions, but like beings, like higher power beings.
Okay, hold on. So explain it to me like I'm the little kid in there. What is the void?
I don't know. Augustus said it was the absence of everything. I think it's another plane of existence. I'm honestly not sure.
Okay. So there's something called the void. You don't know what it is.
Right. Well,
Turtle Man may know a little bit about what it is.
Yeah, and I went there when I died. I'm pretty sure that's where those portals go.
That sounds fun. What was it like?
Well, I instantly died, so I have no clue. Like, I did not see anything at all.
But the water's connected to it?
Well, I have a theory, and like the thing that keeps standing out to me is like the higher power like beings, because like I don't know how to deal with that sort of stuff. I don't even know what this water is, and for some reason they're wanting the life well water to turn it into this stuff for, I don't understand. Like I don't know. I just have that information.
The higher power beings are from the void?
Or they want to go to the void, or there's something. So if you think about the void as there being the absence of life there, and then the thing that they wanted was life well water.
Okay. So we have, I'm going to chart this. We have, I'm going to call them Void Gods because it's a dope ass fucking name. The Void Gods, you have the Void, you have life well water, and they're connected, but we don't know how.
But we also have that, and I point at the inky water, and that's not necessarily life well water anymore, but also it's not evil, but I wonder if it's being used for evil. But it's not, its nature is not, like, it just felt like.
Is this like diet life well water or life well water zero?
No, it's
Or
different.
is this a completely different thing?
It's completely different, I think. I mean, I think it's made from life well water, but like that felt like, Zach, correct me if I'm wrong, but it felt like the balance of nature or just the balance of everything, of life and death.
What do you mean by that?
You told
said
me-
that felt like.
You told me that whenever I meditated with it, I had like there was balance. Like what balance did it feel like?
You were able to feel like when as you were sort of sitting in meditation with this water, it was not that you just didn't sense any evil. You felt you were overcome with balance rather than if you had expected it to be any kind of malevolent.
It wasn't good, but it wasn't evil. It was just straight down the middle.
Correct. That
Okay.
you could make that assumption, yes.
Okay. So yeah, it wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. It was just existing.
So this is a tool. The inky goo is a tool that can be used for good things and used for bad things. Or the
think so.
life well water is a tool that can be used for good things and bad things.
Yes.
All right,
know.
I'm following you. You know what? I'm not mad. I'm not mad because I can barely fucking understand it. But
Okay, but
we're gonna keep going.
okay. Go ahead.
Nope,
No.
no,
No.
I have no idea where I'm going. What else do you got? Well, how is this connected to Turtle Boy's student?
Well, no, I don't know that. That's just what made me not want you to get mad at me. Because I saw how you got mad at him, and I really didn't think that he knew to tell us to begin with. And so, but I do know that I feel like, so the way I know all of this, when I got knocked out, not the time I died, but when I got knocked out, she is like shaking. I talked to a friend.
You have friends?
Well, yeah. I talked to someone while I was unconscious. And they're kind of always around. Like
Around us or around you?
me. They're I don't know what they are.
Is it this? And Pierce takes off his hat and he pulls out that flower that he took and kept from a couple of days ago.
Well, that's not them. But
Okay, thank God, because it's been in my hat.
Well, I did that because of them.
This is how you communicate with them?
No,
This is how you summon him?
no, I can't summon him. I had never seen him before until I got knocked out. I mean, I had, but it was months and months and months ago, and I've only seen him in animal forms until, well, the first time I saw him.
How do you know that the animals were your friend?
Because he has.
Like, if you look at a chicken, how do you know that's not just another dumbass chicken?
Sometimes you just know. That's why it's all weird. I can't explain it.
This is some druid shit, I guess.
I think. I don't
Okay.
know.
I buy that. You regularly talk to a friend that sometimes looks like an animal. That's not terribly shocking given the fact that that little shit in there is always talking to some fuck buddy.
Okay.
Unless your friend is gonna kill us. Actually, I should ask him if his friend's gonna kill us. Your friend's not gonna kill us, are they?
Well, he saved my life once. And so
That's
therefore,
in the pro column for sure.
yeah, and he also said that I'm making him stronger.
That is a con column.
Are you sure? This doesn't have to be a con. I don't think that it necessarily definitely is a negative thing, because he saved my life, and then
Okay, so has he given any sort of like booming laughter at any point?
No.
Okay, that's a pro column. But look, it's not. I'm just gonna throw this out there. Is it possible that he's using you to gain power so he can fucking kill us?
No. I don't think he would kill us. He's the one that told me about the higher powered beings and the void.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to help. And he was also kind of annoyed that I was knocked out because of a decision that I made. Which leads me to believe that he might also want me to be safe. So that's another pro.
So when you talked to him, did he look like an animal?
Not that time. Which
Did
was
he look like a person?
Yes. He
Was he good looking?
Just look at me.
Never mind. Never mind. That's not important. So, if you don't think that he's a danger, I will not shoot him if I see him. But I don't like him.
I just okay. That's fair. I honestly don't know what he is either. He likes fire.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Oh. Well, yeah.
No, I'm saying that like fire's awesome.
Yeah. It is. But also like his arms are, they're like they're black, and then up into his veins they're like red, like embers. And this is why I don't know if he's human. Like I don't know if he's what he is, you know. He's just very
Okay.
I personally thought he was a really, really, really shy druid, but also he is the reason that I went to the Lifewell, like to the Well Keepers and stuff in the first place, because I didn't know what I was doing, And he said, hey, well, he didn't say this because he didn't talk to me, but you know, like, I followed him there.
Okay, well, how about from now on, you just tell me all of the stuff that you hear, and we can process that. I don't know that you should tell the little shit in there. I think this conversation took 20 minutes. That's going to take 2 hours.
I think with him, I would just be like, I talked to a friend, and he would be like, is the friend really there? And then I would be like, yes. And he'd be like, okay.
All right, well, you talk to him at your peril, but I'm just going to...
I just wanted to tell you because I don't know what any of it means, but I know information because of him, and I am where I am because of him, and I know of the Life Well Water because of him, and I think he's connected. I think he knows things. I just don't think he can tell me everything because he is not strong enough, you know?
Then is there anything else that is pertinent to our survival or what we're doing that you need to tell me because now's the time to do it? Is this everything?
It's everything that has to do with this, yes.
Okay. I believe you. I do have a suggestion.
Oh, I also dreamed that you killed my brother. But it was a dream. And it freaked me out. But
Look, in the interest of honesty, we're having this is an honest conversation.
yeah, sure,
And you want me to be as forthcoming as possible.
please, yeah.
It's entirely possible that I killed your brother.
No, I asked you if you had ever been to Mardosa, and you said no.
Oh, then it's probably not likely unless
I'm
he
not-
was somewhere that wasn't Mardosa.
No, the dream was in Mardosa, and he had a bullet wound, and you shot him. And Ash
Okay.
was there as well, but he was more like, oh no, this bad thing happened, and you were like walking away.
Okay, well, full disclosure, I've killed some people, like some non-monster people.
Okay. Full disclosure. My family is a family of thieves, and they might have also done the same thing at certain times for certain reasons. But they're really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't have to spread the killing people thing around to the others, but you know. Okay, so just ask him next time you talk to him. My recommendation is to ask him if he's one of these higher beings as well. If you get the chance, because if we're stepping into some game of gods where they're in a powered struggle, I don't know that I want to do that. So if just for curiosity, just to satisfy so I can sleep at night,
Yeah.
because I don't if you help him gain power and then he kills you or oh, God forbid me,
Oh, yes. God forbid.
that would be bad.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
we good? We cool?
Yeah. I just also don't know when I'm going to talk to him next, because the only time he's talked to me is whenever I was knocked out. He didn't even talk to me whenever I died. No one was there when I died. It's complete darkness, by the way.
That's very rude. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Well, I feel better. Now you know things.
Okay, well, for the record, I don't think you're any crazier than that little shit in there.
Well, thank you.
You are welcome.
I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have a statement. The gun is freaking awesome. When you shot it, that was amazing.
That was really cool. That was really cool.
Yeah. Why? Why Iris? Like, is Iris is it like your mom or like a girl?
No.
Friend? Okay.
No. Just I saw a flower and I liked the name. That's it.
Okay, yeah. That's cool, because like that's what I think of whenever I think of Iris too, is like flowers and stuff. But I was just like,
Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna say you
curious.
think of guns.
well, now I kind of do, but just that one gun.
I also went to a really bitchin' Goo Goo Dolls concert in 1999. Sorry.
Who are the Goo Goo Dolls?
It's this really great band off of yeah.
What's funny is one of them is actually a gelatinous cube.
Right. Goo.
Because goo, yeah.
Yeah. I'm with you, dude.
Ah!
Okay.
No, yeah, that. But I can change if you don't like the name. I can change. I just renamed it because the name you gave the name that came with it kind of sucked. So
It did suck. But no, I mean, it's your gun. You can do whatever. I just was curious because it's traditionally the name of a. I didn't know if it was like your mom's name or someone else's name.
no, I don't. I don't really have any friends of any kind. So no.
So this is not like friendship.
I meant before now, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I guess so.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this is what.
Yeah, I'm a little tired. I think it's
Yeah,
probably
same.
time for me to
Yeah.
tuck her out.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna go kick the little one.
Okay. Yeah. I'll
Just
basic
shuffles.
adjust up.
Can I get perception checks from both of you just to happen while this conversation is going?
Oh, that's smart. That's what you do during a watch.
20. Dirty 20.
Perception's 22.
Okay. Confidently, you guys are sitting there. You don't see as much as a ripple in the water. Your watch comes and goes without any event apart from the conversation that you are having. So who are you? You guys are waking people up?
I'll wake Augustus
Or
up.
Yeah. Pierce is gonna go and he's gonna kick Hugh just a little bit too hard. Like just a little more than you would to wake someone up.
Oh! Ah! Oh!
It's your
Okay.
turn. Go out there, make sure no one kills us. You can take your turtle friend if you want.
Yeah, Cass is like, Augustus, do you want to take watch? Like, really sweet, whereas, like, they're being mean. Well, I mean,
Gus! 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 Gus, 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 Gus.
if he doesn't shut up, I can't go to sleep, so.
If he doesn't wake up, I don't want to be alone.
No, I said
That's
that
a
to
good point.
Augustus.
Oh. Gus, Gus,
What's up,
Gus.
little buddy? What's going on?
I feel, I slept like a baby. I think. They're usually sleeping when we
Oh God.
you know.
When they exist, yeah.
Yeah. I noticed that a lot about human children in like the villages we used to like plunder and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Made it a lot easier to kill their parent.
That makes sense.
You know, food was hard to come by.
Yeah. You could just steal the food.
Well, we tried to, then, you know, people would wake up and they'd chase us and they would yell
Guys,
things.
outside, please.
Oh,
All right.
So you guys are stepping outside the tiny hut for the rest of your watch. Well, actually, Augustus, you cannot.
No, yeah, we'll whisper to each other.
Okay.
It's a good nap. It was a good nap.
That's good to hear.
Did you have a good nap? Pierce seems to want us to be quiet.
Okay. I didn't sleep too well, to be honest. I don't like caves. It's like I don't know. It's weird. It's like a room because there's either like one exit or two exits, but really
Easily defensible.
It is.
Only one in and one out. Sometimes only one in.
You know, it's like what's further down? Like what's further up? Like what if something comes in from behind us and we go deeper, but then there's no exit. So I'm just not a big fan of caves. So I'm a little on edge.
Where were you born?
I should know this, but I don't off the top of my head.
Not a cave, though.
Really fair questions like this. No, I was born. Well, technically, I was born down by a river.
Like in a van?
Yeah, it was near Avon. It was close by. I think it was outside though. It was like the outer limits of the city.
Oh, okay. I was just born in the cave, and so it just feels like kind of like home.
That makes sense. That's fine. We can both have different. Oh, sorry, I get a little loud. We both have different experiences with something, and that doesn't make it good or bad. You know, cave is just a cave.
Well, it just feels like, like the earth is like hugging you, and like, like you said, there's only one way in, one way out, and so it's easily defensible. You get up to the surface, and I've been on the surface for a little while, and it's just like everything. There's a whole ass directions, all of them even that things can come at you. There are birds, shit flies really high, and they're hard to shoot down. And like, sorry. I got loud. Yes, yeah. And there are people with like weapons. Then they try to kill you.
And people do that in caves sometimes too. There's like
That's true.
hideouts and
Or cobalt.
or kobolds. It's true.
I just like it here. It feels comfy. I'm sorry that you don't, though. It's like we've traded places.
So like there was a dragon here. You know what I mean? Like, now this isn't it doesn't strike me as like a homey cave. And it's not to say that you can't feel homey here. It's just more of like, I don't know. There was a dragon here who was all like, "I'm going to kill you," and we're like,
Yeah, well, yeah, that was really scary. It's just like when the bad things are dead, though, it's cool again.
yeah, I can respect that.
But like upstairs, on the up. When the bad things are dead, more bad things come. But like the bad things down here have scared away the other bad things, and so if you've just killed a bad thing, a lot of times more bad things aren't coming. But like like these like dog people would come and try to take our kills sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
In the up, in the down, there were no dog people.
That does make sense. Yeah, I mean, I went to like a preschool.
What's that?
It means like before school, so it's like school before school. Even
No. The school part.
School is, it's sort of like if you and all of your friends got to learn from one person as a group. So like one person would teach us a lot of different things, all in one sitting together. So it'd be like I teach you things sometimes, but imagine if instead of just one of you, there was like 20, and I teach all of you at the same time.
No, I don't think I could have 20 friends.
It was overwhelming at times.
So you're saying if it would be like if me and Cass and you were being taught by people.
Yeah, basically. About
What are they like? How to kill things?
Young people. Not so much killing, more like
Flaying like our enemies and like eating and like using all the parts of the animal.
actually we did talk about that, yes. Using all the parts and how to eat. Yeah, there was something called manners that we had to learn, and sort of. Not so much on the killing part, though. They don't really teach that so much.
What's a manner?
It's a way of behaving, basically. In school and in the cities, imagine if everything you ever did had a rule that you had to abide by, and if you broke the rule, no one super cared. Like, you wouldn't be arrested or be in trouble, but people would just be like, "I'm better than you." That's basically what manners are.
That kind of sounds like it would foster like a scenario where you would constantly be anxious all the time that people were going to punish you.
Basically, yeah. That's the whole goal of it, essentially, is to make sure that it's like mass control of the population by having each individual regulate other individuals instead of needing a bunch of essentially police to manage each other. It's like it's a thing. It's weird.
Yeah, see, and you think that's better than just being down here with one exit and one entrance, and you just got to slay a dragon every now and again?
We have tea in the city.
Oh, shit. Okay. You got me with the tea.
It's good stuff.
That doesn't have caffeine in it, does it?
I don't know. Less caffeine. Much less. It's like a cozy amount of caffeine.
I like cozy. Worth it.
Can I get each of you to roll a perception check, please?
Yes, I can do that. Let me pull up the old character.
That would be 15 for old Cubone.
+1. I got 15 as well.
Okay, 15. So, as you guys are sitting and talking, about an hour and a half passes, and you guys start to see, like, you guys actually notice a ripple on the lake. Is something that catches your eye. You look around, you don't necessarily see any, feel any wind or see anything like that.
Psst. Cousin,
Oh, so
did you see the water?
I hope it didn't move. Start watching it for a little bit.
Okay. You watch for a little bit, and then you see a few more ripples just slowly moving across the surface of the water, and you have trouble telling whether or not it's moving away from the water or like away from the shore or towards the shore.
See, earlier,
I do see it.
This happens for about 15 minutes.
Okay, so earlier I said, usually when you kill the bad thing, more bad things don't come down in the cave, at least not for a long time. This might be one of those times where I didn't say the right thing that Pierce was talking to me about.
Let's hope that's true.
I was like, not
here in the bubble, for now at least. But
okay.
Yeah, let's keep an eye on that.
I'm gonna just get this out though, and he pulls out his bone.
Okay.
Which I don't know if he actually is holding a femur that's been sun dried. Like, I think, and like it just extends magically. So he's just got a bone.
He's got a bone to pick, I believe, is actually the name of your Spotify playlist.
It is one of them, yes.
Yeah. One of the many. Okay, and that's your bow, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it just magically gets larger.
very cool. So yeah, you guys sit for 15, 20, 25 minutes, and you start to see ripples happening a little bit more frequently. And you guys sit, Q with his bow drawn. You guys still don't hear anything or feel anything, but it's just the slightest of ripples moving across the surface of the lake, and you still can't tell whether or not they're moving toward the coast or away from the coast. And after a little while, out of seemingly nowhere, you guys hear the most sickening just absolute crack, and you look up, and there is actually, it wakes both of you, Kess and Pierce. It awakens both of you, and you guys look over, and you see Mix and Brenna and Nicole have stirred as well, and everyone just kind of jolts up. And you look, and there is a familiar but giant, enormous, two-dimensional circle cloud has opened up in the middle of this lake, and it is totally enveloping the body of the dragon that you slayed. You can no longer see it at all. There is now a roaring wind, and you feel the air getting thinner and thinner, and it's harder to breathe. And it's almost like the air is rushing out of this room and into this thing. And all of you except for Kess, hear, what are the thoughts, the ideas that make you feel like there's a void inside of you? Some people have to live them. Almost everyone else lives in constant fear of them. What could one of them be for you? You're no strangers to all of this. Let's do it again, shall we? I need all of you to make wisdom saving throws, please.
Me?
Except Cass.
Except for Kess.
Yeah.
What do I hear? Do I
18.
hear anything?
You don't hear anything but the wind rushing out of the place.
23.
Good to know. Good to
19.
know. Good to know. Pierce.
18.
Good to know. Good rolls. As a point of order, the voice that you heard was not an audible voice. It was something prodding at your brain. Kess, as a matter of fact, you felt something kind of poking at your brain, but you were able to kind of like shove it away.
Did it sound familiar to Q?
It did not.
Okay. That's fair.
Okay, so, Kess, you are standing there, and everyone, or you're lying there, sort of, I imagine, sitting there after having jolted awake, and you look, and you see all of your comrades, including Mix and Brenna and Nicole, pass out. They hit the stone floor. Q.
What?
A dream you thought you had gotten rid of plays out before you once again. You're alone in the darkness. You draw your bow almost independently of your own free will, and you fire it over and over and over again until you lose count of how many times you fired it. And a pile of bodies grows beneath you. Creatures you recognize, people you recognize, creatures you don't recognize, people you don't recognize, people that maybe you've seen along in your travels, but you're not entirely sure. And this mountain of bodies grows until it is, you can barely see the ground. And as I said, you're kind of standing just alone in darkness. You can no longer see where you were standing. And finally, this, as I said, this pile of bodies grows until the people you were traveling with is among them, lying dead beneath your feet. You hear this time a familiar voice. You care about these people, don't you, Q?
Yes. I mean, yeah. Is that bad?
Why?
Uh, because they care about me?
Don't be so naive, child. No one could care for you.
I know.
That said, there is a benefit to traveling with them in your pack.
Yeah.
What do you think that might be, child?
Well, they're stronger than me.
Yes. Very good. What else?
They know what things are. They can teach me things.
Careful not to be distracted by things. But this is a satisfactory answer. What else, Q?
They make it easier to live, survive.
How so?
Well, that mostly plays into the stronger part. And the knowing what things are.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. You know your place in the pack.
Yeah.
Something you've not always known.
No. No.
Fighting with them in your party is making you stronger. Giving you power you're too foolish to ever find on your own. Do you feel it, Q?
Foolish? Yeah.
Power.
Oh. That too. Yeah, I mean, I feel it.
Good.
I can do things that I wasn't able to do before. Is that because of them?
No, dear child, that's because of me. But there is plenty of benefit to having them nearby. There's only so much power I can give something as small as you.
That makes sense.
But be wary, Q. You know what must happen should attachment get in the way of our goals, dear boy.
Just if I do what you say, you won't hurt them, right?
Only time can tell, Q. There is no need to hurt them now. They are plenty useful to us.
Okay. Right. Useful. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
be wary of attachment.
Okay. No attachment. Or loose attachment. Got it.
Q, you look below you, and for the briefest of moments, you see your mother's body lying in the pile of bodies beneath you. And then everything goes black. Pierce. You are also in a familiar dream. You feel yourself floating as you relive old memories of stealing a gun from your father and leaving home and setting out on your own. But those come and go in a kind of a flash. Now you find yourself standing below decks of a ship that actually crashed into yours on your crossing from the mainland, from Evercrest, to the mainland, rather. Only now, whereas in the previous dream, you saw other people. Now you are all alone. You thought you remember there being others here, but no. Just like always, this is right. You're all alone. You're fighting alone. You're ankle deep in water, and there are puddles of blood dissipating in the water you're standing in. Whose blood is that? You can't remember. Where did it come from? You see a creature, definitely not a living creature, a tiefling, climb out of one of 6 coffins standing before you. As she does, whoosh, the other 5 catch fire. You choke, and the heat, like the heat is too much for you to breathe. It's like you're standing inside a furnace. You immediately break into a sweat as this creature approaches you. What are you doing?
Pull my gun.
Okay. Roll initiative.
$21.
Okay. You go first.
I aim at the knee and fire.
Okay. You fire, and a burst of water shoots forth out of your gun.
What is the creature coming towards me? The
Still
tiefling
approaching
coming towards
you,
me,
yes.
approaching me. I open my gun to investigate if it's been waterlogged, anything inside of it.
Yeah, when you slide the chamber open, it, like some water falls out, and oh my god, so do the bullets. The bullets fall out into the water beneath you.
Okay, I drop that gun and I pull the second one from the other holster.
Okay. At this point, the creature comes up to you and takes a claw attack directly for your face, but you're able to definitely dodge out of the way. Next is a 15 to hit. Does that hit your AC?
No.
Okay. Next, they like reach and try to bite for you, but they miss once again.
Okay, the second gun I'm going to try and, if they're close enough, to press it against their chest and pull the trigger with the left-hand gun.
Roll to hit.
21.
21 hits. So you shoot, and you actually, like, to your relief, you actually hear the you hear the gun go off. You smell familiar smell of gunpowder and lead as it goes through this creature, and you see the exit wound. You see the bullet go through and get lodged in the wood on the other side, and some like black blood trickles out of the beast.
I fire again.
Again, roll to hit.
18.
18 hits. So again, you fire the gun and it goes straight through, and it actually lodges in the exact same place on the wall as the first shot. And again, some gunk, some blood pours out of the creature. And
has it recoiled or anything from these shots? Does it seem to care that it's been hit?
It does not. Now it goes and reaches up to you. That's a 21 to hit. Does that hit your AC?
Yes.
Okay. So they lunge forward straight for your neck, and they bite and they rip a chunk of your neck out. And the pain is searing. You feel it between your fingers and between your toes. It's so intense, the pain. You don't necessarily take any damage, but the pain is absolutely real. And the creature looks up at you with your blood and your flesh hanging from its teeth and says, "Is this really what you're afraid of, Pierce? Or is it just what's easiest to think about?"
Get the fuck away from me.
It bites you again. 20 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. Goes to the other side and rips some of the flesh out. And now you can feel the blood pooling down your shirt. What is it, Pierce? What is it? What is it, Pierce?
I am not you. And I try to fire
Said
again.
You or me. Okay, roll the hit.
It's a natural 1.
Okay, that's going to miss. It goes just wide, and it actually fires directly into one of the flaming coffins. Were you going to roll again?
I fire again.
Okay.
This is 24.
24 hits.
Okay.
So it goes directly between the eyes, and it kind of jolts for a minute, and then looks at you and blinks, and the bullet wound becomes a third eye, and it blinks at you as well. You're gonna have to do better than that, Pierce. And then it lunges at you again. 19.
Yes.
Okay. This time it's going to go directly for the center of your throat. And when it does, your vision goes white. The pain you feel the pain inside and out behind your eyes. You are both freezing cold and your skin feels like it's on fire all at the same time. And you fall into the water and you see your blood pooling out and dissipating in the water. And then you realize that the blood you saw earlier was your own. This isn't the first time you've done this. And then your vision goes white completely and you hear and then
Pierce starts to cry.
then you find yourself standing as one of as a tiefling creature climbs once again out of a coffin and begins to walk towards you. The coffins catch on fire. You live this moment once again. Augustus. You find yourself in your office having a cup of tea with Reyna. She has a devastated look on her face. You've just told her that you are leaving the order to seek other ways that you may do good in the world. Your senses are absolutely overwhelmed with familiarity. The thickness of the air, the smell of leather and tea, the way the particles, the dust particles in the air are being hit by just a slant of sunlight, afternoon sunlight through the window. You stand and grab an empty spell book off of a shelf, and you hand it to Reyna once again, this all feeling familiar. And you remember that this is a dream, a vision of sorts that you've had once before. Only when your hand touches hers, you expect flashes of pain and torment like you have before. Dozens and dozens of times at this point. This is not the first time you've had this dream. But this time, it doesn't come. It feels precisely like it did the day that this happened. Reyna's eyes widen a bit, and she blinks back at you with wetness pooling on the bottom of her eyelids. This is incredible. Thank you.
It's the least I can do.
Where will you go?
Not here. That's basically all I have planned is, I don't know where I'll go. I don't think I can be here anymore. I'd stick around for a little bit, though. Get some coffees. Hang out, read some books. But like fantasy books. Like I used to when I was a kid. Not my own time.
She's still starting to cry. What's your favorite from when you were a kid?
Oh, there was one about way back in the old days. There was this series of books published about this mage who would shoot his spells down a pipe in order to fuel a large ship. Except for the ship didn't go in water, the ship went in space. And you would travel from planet to planet, and there was such different adventures that they'd go on, and I don't know. I miss the spark of new adventures, and I think it's calling to me. I don't remember what the name of it. It was like AD&D or so. It's been a minute.
That does sound fascinating.
It was. It's good to work the mind in other ways than academia does.
I suppose I understand. If what you've done for me in my time here is any indication at all, there's a lot of good you can do in the world.
Right. I appreciate that. I think you've taught me a lot too. I hope you know that.
Her eyes
You
kind of
taught me
widen.
that it's not about the quantity of good that you do, right? It's not a measuring stick of I taught 100,000 students and I fixed so many people. I helped you. You know, it's not about how much good I can do. It's where the good is applied. I think that's why I have to leave. I have to go apply good in specific ways that I don't know yet.
That's certainly admirable.
Thank you.
Sometimes I just feel so small. What can I do? When I leave here, what can I do to make sure that I'm... And she sort of like shifts in her seat a little bit and takes a sip of tea. What can I do to make sure that I'm making the world a better place, like you?
That's a tough one. It's contextual. That's the worst thing about being good. It's like we talked about forever ago. You know, the best bad guys think that they're good guys, and I think it's tough because oftentimes we're wrought with this feeling of like just wanting to help, and I think the best way that you can be good is to just listen to those around you and try and help them as best as you can, and be sure to take a step back and analyze what you're up to, make sure it's still doing good. And I think that's what I needed to do, at least. I did good things, but I need to step back. I need to think about, you know, am I truly doing good? And I think I'm on, you know, the good scale still, but I think that there's a much larger good to be done.
She nods. What can I do if there's ever a time that I feel like there's no good answer?
That's when you got to listen to your gut. You can read all the books in the world, listen to all of the mentors and all of the scholars and everything that you can ever consume, and you'll never have a good answer for that. Sometimes when there's no answers, you have to listen to yourself.
She nods.
But if you come up with a better answer, I'm all ears. If you figure out the answer to that one, then you can truly teach me something.
She nods and flips through her spell book. The page is crisp and new. You actually smell the leather and the fresh print, the fresh paper, as she opens it up. It's very strong, very, very high quality paper. And she like opens it, takes a big sniff and smiles. Remember,
You didn't get that from me. That was out of the school budget. That was meant for my next semester. So just say that you bought it with some money or something. But you did not get that from me. That's
She kind of giggles. I understand. Hopefully, I'll be able to do some good with it.
I think you will. Of course you will. You're gonna do good with it.
Augustus, as you're talking, you sort of your own voice starts to fade until you can't really hear yourself talking anymore, even though you still feel yourself moving your mouth, and your vision fades and dips into a white as well. Kess, where you are standing, you just watched as your friends have dropped to the ground. The wind roars in this cave for the briefest of moments. This hole that's just opened up in space seems to be draining the light out of the area as well. And then it stops as suddenly as it began. The cloud that was hovering over the lake is gone. The body of the dragon is now gone as well. There's a light ripple on the surface of the lake moving toward you. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Okay. Okay, hang on. I have to figure out how to put us on a break because I don't know how this works anymore.
We'll
my
see if we'll be
right
right back.
Oh gosh. Okay.
We'll be back in like 10 minutes, you guys.
Yeah. Fan art?
Love you.
Fan art.
Fan art?
Fan art.
Okay, they can hear us. Oh, wait.
God,
Oh, wait.
They caught me mid yawn.
They could hear me, but I forgot to turn you guys up for a second.
Oh, it's for the best. Like I said,
Perfect. Yeah, that worked out well.
mid-yawn.
They can see us too now, by the way.
Steve-O, is that string cheese?
Yes, it is. It is.
That's the meal of
Sargento
absolute
string
champions.
cheese. Yeah, it makes you feel good when you're not sure how you feel.
It's
You know, that is scientifically proven and probably the best ringing endorsement for Sargento string cheese ever.
Yeah, sponsor me, Sargento. Doors are open, buddies.
Spencer says, "Stop wiggling that noodle in me."
Right there.
I'm sending nobody to jail, so I will take this off screen.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, is this a coping mechanism that I sense
I
in the air?
don't know. I think we're all stressed, and so Steve-O's eating cheese. I'm drinking wine. Goon is rolling natural 20s in chat, and Hrothmar is like talking about how we're
Playing Katamari Damacy in between the breaks.
Na, 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 na. Oh, the Wii Park Katamari had like the greatest video game soundtrack of all time.
Yes.
meanwhile.
Yes.
Oh,
I was going to just say that, like, I never owned Katamari Damacy, but I used to watch the G4 and Attack of the Show, and they would just, like, roll Katamari footage fucking constantly. It's so good.
It's coming back too at some point.
I'm
Well,
ready.
I didn't know it was coming back.
yeah, they had G4 TV had a tweet and they were like we never left. We've been playing games this whole time. They're like, it's like, oh my god! But I think that was pre-pandemic, and so now I'm like, oh, I don't know the state of things anymore. So.
Yeah, they had a Thanksgiving like welcome back show where they had some of the cast come back and do a thing.
Well, like Olivia Munn's partner is like a TV exec, so like it's gonna happen. I'm pretty sure.
Interesting. Well, that's not what we're here to talk about. Although
No.
I am fascinated.
oh my god.
It was just a palate cleanser.
Yeah. So, diving right back into the session.
Let me get to some session music instead of some other music, okay?
So Cass, you are sitting, you have just watched your friends drop to the ground. They stay on the ground for 5, 10, 15 seconds as the wind roars out of this cave and the air just sort of feels like it's draining from the atmosphere. And then it stops as suddenly as it began. The body of the dragon is gone. And there's a light ripple on the surface of the lake that seems to be fading.
It's fading?
What are you doing? Yes.
I thought it was
are
coming
you doing?
towards me.
It's rippling toward you, yes, but it doesn't seem to be growing in strength. What are you doing?
Like it's coming like towards the edge of the water. Like I feel like there's something under there that's about to come up.
Make an intelligence check. No, nature check. Make a nature check.
Oh, good. I'm proficient. Doesn't matter. 2. Well, it's a 7, but
I mean, you feel like something might be, but at the same time, it's hard to tell. You don't really know.
I go stand at it and I walk up to it and I step in to try to part the water where the ripple is.
Okay. Yeah. As you get closer to the water, you step into it and it does just as it did before, parts before you. And the ripple sort of meets the part that just happened in the water and it seems to dissipate. And you don't see any other movement in the water beyond where you're standing.
I reach out and I'm like,
And you're like, what?
like through the air. I'm trying to see if there's anything invisible there that I can't see.
Okay. So yeah, you just kind of flail around in the air for a moment and you don't touch anything. You don't find anything.
Okay. I run back to my friends.
Okay. As you approach, you hear, and they all sort of like jump to, they all come to, and they're lying right where you left them. You hear a voice in your head, like a strange wake left over from the dream that you just had. And you feel a voice in your head. You don't know if it's a memory or otherwise, but you hear very clearly Raina's voice say, "Promise you'll come back if this is where you're ever needed." And you hear that sort of echo for a moment, and then it fades.
Just Augustus?
Just Augustus, no one else. Almost like a lingering effect from the dream.
Okay. I run over to Pierce. Are you okay? Are you good? Are you okay? Are you hurt? Are you okay? Morning? Hello?
I'm not. I don't know.
Okay.
Pierce
You're-
is wiping his
Hold on.
face. Oh, wait.
1 second. You guys all saved. You would take 8 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
I'm like-
Pierce is,
Cass, you do not take any damage, but the rest of
Okay.
you take 8 points of psychic damage.
I'm like being like, probably a little too much right now because I'm like turning your head and like trying to see like if you're hurt, if like how you are. Like I'm like basically like medicine check, like trying to, like check.
Would you like? Okay, roll a medicine check.
Okay. It's a 2. And this dice is going away.
He's pissed off.
When I noticed that, I'm like, okay.
I mean, that's just an assumption on my part. Steve-O, tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like
even with the medicine check, yeah, like I other than like you can see that he had been crying, like other than that he doesn't, like, I'm just yeah.
Okay.
Check them.
She clearly notices that you're crying, but she doesn't say anything. But she knows.
Just check
Okay.
them. Check them.
I got a cue. I open his mouth. I'm like, you fine? Are you good? Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm fine.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you need anything?
No.
Sure.
No.
Okay. I got
Yeah, it was weird. What happened?
You just fell over. I don't know. I don't. You guys tell me. I just was standing here and everyone just fell. Kind of felt like the air was being sucked out of the cave for a second, but then everything went away and.
Go
Yeah,
check on
you
the
make an
turtle.
intelligence check for me, please.
Me?
Yes.
What dice? Dang it. Oh, that was better. That was better. Intelligence?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a main stat. 17.
17. Okay, yeah, with the 17, you know that you feel when your friends fell to the ground, you felt like a prod on your mind. And you remember being
Yeah.
warned about such a feeling, and you remember that you are wearing an item that prevents
Oh my god.
you are wearing an item that prevents any sort of telekinetic communication.
I completely forgot. Okay.
Does Kess say that out loud, or is Locke saying that?
Kess probably realizes this and then like looks down at her ring and is like, something was in your minds, right?
Yeah.
Augustus,
It
are
was-
you okay?
It was a dream. Yeah. It was, oh, wait, no. There was something before the dream.
You're not okay? Do you need health potion? Do you need anything like that?
No, I'm okay. Sorry. It was just changing consciousness is very jarring at times. It jumbles up my brain a little bit. So there was a voice. Yes, talking about the void. Did it say the same thing to you, all of you?
Yeah. That sounds familiar. Hey, and Pierce sort of nudges Q with his foot.
Nah,
Same?
what? Same what?
Weird, voidy voice. Awful, evil, make you feel bad.
No, it was just sort of normal.
While they're
Was there a man talking to you this time?
This time. No, I mean, I heard before we passed out. I heard someone talking. Yeah,
Okay.
That's what we're talking about.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Then, oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Did you hear that too?
Yeah, what did they say to you, Kiss?
me?
Yes, what did they say the same thing? Did they mention the void?
I didn't hear anything. I have this, and I hold up my ring. This keeps things from, getting in. Here. Well, most things.
Q becomes extremely interested in the
Oh
ring.
no! Oh no! I forgot he has a thing for rings. But also, I'm gonna turn and go over to Brenna, Nicole, and Mix, and also be like intensely annoying, trying to check on them.
Brenna is like rubbing her eyes. Yeah, I'm fine. It's pretty jarring, yeah, but I'm fine. And Nicole
Okay.
is like, yeah, that's a real humdinger when you pass out like that. It's not a whole bunch of fun, but I think I'm without a break or a bruise, as they say. So yeah.
And Mix is okay because Mix was the one that was hurt the most.
Mix is actually like, she has already fallen back asleep. You saw her get up and she was like, huh? And then she just lays back down and goes back to sleep.
Okay. So, but it was talking about the void, the void that we just, talked about.
Maybe they were listening to the conversation.
What did
Would
it
you
say?
guys like for me to repeat?
Yes.
Do you guys need a
to write
refresher?
it
Yes.
down. I need
Yeah.
to write it down.
So the voice said, what are the thoughts, the ideas that make you feel like there's a void inside of you? Some people have to live them. Almost everyone lives in constant fear of them. What could one of them be for you? You're no stranger to all of this. Let's do it again, shall we?
Okay, so I don't know if it's the same shit, but he.
They.
You couldn't really
Unknown.
attach a gender. It was less of a voice and more of an intrusive thought that you heard very, very clearly.
It was a reference to the void inside of all of us, which is something that I don't particularly like to think about. I don't know if that's the same thing you were talking about or not. It seemed like it was fucking with us, though.
Okay. So,
Like purposefully.
right. Are you?
Yeah, agreed. And Pierce looks around at the other two for confirmation.
Yeah, I mean, the voice was ominous, I guess. I don't know if it would say it was messing with us, though. It seemed spooky, and then I passed out and I had a pretty normal dream after that.
Wait,
Well,
Wait, what?
dreams? Did you all have the dreams that we've had?
well,
I wouldn't
Sort
call it
of.
normal.
It was better. It wasn't a spooky dream this time, at least.
Okay, well, mine was spooky as shit.
no, mine. I mean, mine was worse than usual, but it's about par for the course of who was talking to me.
Who was talking to you?
My mother.
Okay, you said that before, and I thought you were full of shit.
Pierce, sometimes people talk to people, that happens. It's a thing.
Yeah, it's only good if they're there, like mom.
Or like, you know, there as in like have been there. At
Right.
times.
Like mom.
Do you know what? I don't know what to do.
Okay, wait, but Augustus, your dream wasn't bad.
No, it was chill. It was
Of course it was fucking chill for him.
Pierce.
why? It was. I've had a recurring nightmare involving my old student, and it gets really spooky and it's bad. But this time it was chill. It was.
What happens?
It's just, well, in real life, what happened? It's something that happened in my past. In real life, I told my student that I was leaving, and I gave her a fancy spell book that I had purchased for myself, but ended up giving to her instead. And then we parted ways, and that was it. It was somber, and
I have a question about the book, if you don't mind me
in
interjecting.
the nightmares, it was spooky. Like it hurt. It was searing pain, and it was awful. But I don't know. This time it was just like what actually happened. Like it was just like a normal, chill, kind of sad, but it was a good dream too.
Do you mind if I ask you a question about the book that you gave your student?
Yeah. I mean, it was empty.
So the book wasn't called Fantastic Voids and Where to Find Them or any shit like that.
No, it doesn't have a name. It's just an empty book. Spell book. Wizards, we use them to write spells into so that we can learn them. But
okay, so just wanted to cross
there's
something off
nothing
my
in the
list
book.
here.
It's like the most boring book you could ever get, technically. So
There was nothing in it.
no, you would love to read that one, Q.
Like a void.
Ha, that's true. That is true. There was nothing in it like a void. Yes.
So you gave someone a book of void, and now we're seeing a bunch of void.
Starting to sound like Pierce is what you sounded like. But weird.
Well, I'm not like
What?
attached or anything.
Oh, I thought you were gonna call me a dick.
Well,
I actually did too.
no one's
Oh.
done that yet. So, you guys heard something that said, what are your thoughts? The ideas that make you feel like a void is inside of you. A void meaning something missing or the absence or nothing.
I mean, could it be theoretically, could it be the presence of something bad? The absence of good?
What happens in your
And-
dreams?
It's not the absence of good or bad. It's
The
It's
absence
nothing.
of everything is what you
Yeah.
told me.
exactly. Yeah, it's nothing. That's the thing. There's no
What-
good or bad. It's just is. Well, isn't, I guess.
What makes you feel nothing? What makes you feel
Yeah.
empty?
When there's not any food.
Yeah, honestly. When I'm tired, we gotta keep doing stuff. Like I felt pretty hollow when we were fighting those vampires, and it was like, let's wake up at 10 p.m. and get them. That was terrible.
So what you're saying is you need a nap.
I need a nap.
How do we feel, DM? Do we feel rested or do we feel like we need to go back to sleep?
You
I
have not
feel
had
like
a
I
long
got
rest.
2 short rests.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have not had a long rest.
I feel like I'm a warlock and get most of my shit back on those short rests.
Let me check my spell slots. No, no long rest there.
So I
I
just-
don't. Sorry.
go. You're fine.
I feel like I don't want to spend too much time on this, and I also kind of feel like maybe we should get the fuck out of this cave now. But you asked about emptiness. I feel it all the time. 24/7. It's constant. And the least empty I've felt. Well, I think we should get out of this cave.
I'm down with that. I hate caves.
We can go to like a nicer cave, yeah?
I mean,
Maybe.
we can continue on and see if you guys don't want to stay here.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Wow.
So when all of this started, Q and I, we were watching ripples in the not life water. What are we calling it? The
Death water.
Death water, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Southwater is good.
Death
There was
well
ripples
water.
in it. We were watching it. It was just kind of rippling around, and then all of the, the loud sound happened, and then the voice came, and so
Yeah.
I'm freaking.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
saw
There's
ripples.
something under the water.
Well, there wasn't, because I saw ripples.
Is it over the water?
I wonder if it's something that was there, but something that we can't see. I don't know, because,
Like water at the bottom of the pool.
well, I went to it and I walked into it. You know how it's been doing
Mhm.
that thing where it lets me do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it parted and there was nothing there. And then I even kind of slapped the air because panic, and it
Mhm.
wasn't, there was nothing there either. So I don't know. And the dragon's gone. Remember, there was a dragon laying over there. It was dead. We killed it. It was really cool, and now it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Storm
Yeah,
didn't stop.
actually, now that you mention it, that is
like the
strange.
hole got hungry
Because
And
it
it-
had a void in it, and it was
ate
hungry.
the dragon.
Hmm. Yeah.
And you. So you were. Wait, hold on. You're slapping at the air. That's like what? What? You were
I was
hitting-
trying to see if there was
Hitting the blank
anything.
spot.
Well, yeah, I
It's
was
a
trying.
druid thing.
Well, no, we don't just slap at the air. Like, I was trying to see if there was anything above where the ripples were, to see if there was anything there that was invisible that maybe I couldn't see, but that was causing the
You're
ripple.
trying to hit it on the head, just in case.
And yeah, and
Okay.
then I parted the water, and there was nothing under it. So there was nothing under the water or above the water, and that means that maybe it was the water itself creating the ripple. So gosh. Or something that we can't see in a I don't know. I have no clue.
Mm-hmm.
But safe to say the storms didn't stop then, yeah.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question. Is that we would be leaving this room to get away from the gaping void hole, and but we've seen the gaping void holes and elsewhere, and even back at the place with the Kraken, and I am beginning to think that the holes are following us, or that they're everywhere. And so I don't know what leaving without a direction is going to do.
I mean, we know what's behind us. But we
Yeah,
don't
wall.
know. Well, yeah, but we
What
don't.
about the stones? Do we know if we're even... Are we near where we were supposed to be going? Where's the girl?
Brenna is just like, she's sitting there with you guys, and she's like, she kind of looks at the stones and closes her eyes and thinks for a minute. We're still in the right spot.
Like we're on the spot.
That's what it feels like. Like I said, I've never been able to use these things before, but
So you're saying this is the place?
But there's a door over
This-
there.
Well, I mean, it's been doing the same thing this whole time.
So this whole area.
I mean, it's still, we're moving in the right direction, is what I mean to say.
So if we try to leave, do you think you'd be able to let us know if we're moving not in the right direction?
Yeah, if we're
You mean
cold.
Like if we
Try to
got
go
hotter or
back.
colder.
If we try to go back the way that we came, or try to go,
No, if we go
Forward.
forward.
I might be able to, I suppose.
Okay, so first test. Let's see if we need to stay in the cave or not.
Somebody's got to go through that door.
I like that.
But we know what happens when we go through doors here. They kind of shut behind us. So
Ain't that life for you, though? Am I right?
Well, yeah. Hold on. Think. No. Maybe. No. I thought maybe I could teleport back if I did get disappeared from you guys, but I don't think I can. I cannot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, we
this
definitely
So
shouldn't split up, anyways.
At this point, Mix kind of yawns and rubs her eyes. Well, I mean, I can always go forward if we need somebody to go forward. I don't mind. Oh,
yeah, we don't like.
I don't mind.
Yeah. What are you like? I mean, which one were you again?
sorry. My name is my name is Mix. I'm the one that's a fighter. The human.
We treat our NPCs horribly. Like, we are so bad to them.
Yeah, like I'll be honest, like I kind of forgot you were here. So really no loss.
I mean, it's honestly, I wasn't able to do too terribly much when we were fighting the dragon, as a matter of fact. So I can
That's
understand
alright.
why you would forget about little old me, but it's
Makes
fine.
you feel any better. I shot a lightning bolt at it and it didn't do anything. So
I did see that, yeah.
I mean,
it's cool looking.
This is literally the most I've heard you talk.
Well, it's a very difficult accent for the DM to wrap his head around. So I speak quite a bit less than the other.
Yeah, honestly, the more you talk, the worse I feel about this plan of you going and sacrificing risking your life.
we can just all go together. I mean, if we're gonna move.
Oh, yeah, okay. That'll work.
Yeah?
I mean, like, if one member of the herd's gonna be in danger, the whole member of the herd might as well be in danger. That's how nature works. I've been trying sarcasm. Is it working?
I can't. I mean,
You sound like you're asking a question and then also like you know the answer already. And so I mean, maybe? Is that sarcasm?
I would say normally yes, Q. However, in this circumstance, it makes a lot of sense what you're saying. So it comes off as like a genuine sentiment that you're like, we should actually try this probably.
Okay, good, because I was being genuine.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
I definitely took it that way. That's for sure. That's
Okay, so what are we doing, guys?
Going over to that door.
yeah.
Let's head
push
over.
on forward.
So much
Okay.
for sleeping.
Break
Tell you
on
what.
through to the other side.
Pierce is gonna look at Mix and go, "We're gonna come with you, but you're welcome to go first."
I can do that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, yeah. And Brenna sort of looks like uncomfortable with the idea, but at the same time, she's like, I suppose I can go second. And you guys, so you make your way around the lake, this sort of pool area,
I wave
and
by at the water.
make a perception check.
Hang on. 24.
It's kind of dark, but you see a tiny little tendril of water go meep, 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 back at you.
I'm just like,
Eh.
did you see? Did you? Okay, that's cool. And I just keep going.
So you make your way around the pool, and then there is a familiar pink door with, or a purple door with pink polka dots, and it is just wedged. You don't even see hinges, wedged directly, very out of place in the middle of this stone wall. And Mix kind of looks at it, shrugs, and then twists the doorknob and opens it.
Q kind of like pokes Mix in the back a little bit with his bone.
Like pushing her forward.
Yeah, just prods.
Going, God. You guys see her step through the door, and then Brenna follows. Did the rest of you follow?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you all
Yeah.
step inside one by one, and you step into a circular room with a vaulted stone ceiling, very, very high, like probably 35, 40 feet. And in intricate patterns across the floor, you see these thin, deep gaps in the flooring, about a centimeter wide, narrow enough to walk across without tripping. Think kind of like grout in tile work. You're able to walk across it without your foot, falling into it. But it is very deep, and you hear kind of a trickle, and flowing through the gaps, you see running liquid, black as ink.
I wave at it.
It does not respond in the same way. Sitting on her knees in the...
Sorry.
What happened?
I'm panicking now. Oh,
But
God.
it's the reactions. If you guys are listening on the audio podcast, there are some visual reactions that are GIF worthy. As all I'm saying.
I didn't even see it. I was looking at my notes. What did Locke do?
I did this.
It was
Clip.
it looked like turning on the Ranger Goon stream for the first time. It's the face you made.
It's the face you would make if you'd been placed in horny jail for the first time.
So back to the super serious scene that I'm painting.
Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry.
No, it's totally fine. But yeah, you see this flowing pretty quickly through the gaps, almost like it's got some pressure behind it. Sitting on her knees in the middle of this room, sort of in the apex of this intricate pattern you see on the floor, you all see an aging dragonborn woman with red scales that appear to be fading with age. Augustus, you do in fact know this to be Reyna, and she looks like she has aged even since the last time you've seen her. Her eyes are sunken but closed as she smoothly conducts these somatic movements with her hands. Do you guys step
Pierce
closer?
Reyna.
Pierce pulls his big gun out and walks toward her.
Okay.
He looks
Reyna, what are you
very
doing
upset.
here?
She doesn't really respond. You see kind of like, you see her eye twitch a little bit in recognition, but she doesn't really respond. Not yet. And she is conducting these, again, somatic movements. And as you get closer, anyone who is choosing to approach, you see that as she moves her hands, it's like she's guiding this orchestra. There are dozens of miniature two-dimensional circles floating in the air in front of her, about the size of a quarter. Just floating, and she is guiding them, creating them with her hands, and then moving them around. And as she does so, she's continuing to create these and like guide them around. And with her eyes still closed, she says, "Welcome to my humble abode, Master Augustus. I bet you can figure out which parts of the furnishings I actually got to choose."
Was it the stone wall?
It was not. And with one final gesture, she moves her hands, and the circles disappear, and she falls forward, like collapsing onto her stomach.
That's her,
She sort
isn't
of
it?
grunts for a moment, Bet you never thought I'd use my training on something like this, did you?
Are you using your own body as a spell component?
No. No, nothing so crude, but it is something that whatever it is, mortals can't wield.
Well, then why are you wielding it?
Make a persuasion check.
Whoa. 12.
12.
Mm-hmm.
She's still lying forward on her stomach. Something came to me. It said if I helped resurrect an ancient magic, it could save my mother. But I'd never be able to see her again.
Oh, Reynard.
I did as I was told, whatever this is.
Q
mortals can't
takes a
wield it.
Q takes a step closer.
I'll be dead in a week anyway.
You're gonna be dead in a second, unless Augustus tells me not to fucking kill you.
I
Don't-
put my
yeah, yeah.
I put my hand on Pierce's shoulder.
What do you mean you're going to be dead in a week?
Look at me. And she's sort of laughing at the what appears to be what she thinks is ludicrousness in Pierce's statement. This is draining me dry.
You do look older than I do.
I feel older than you do.
I mean, a little bit of SPF goes a long way these days. We just need to get you home. Get you some water to drink. Get some
You gotta
lotion
be
for you.
shitting
like-
me, Augustus. You're offering her water? We've got to stop this. You have to stop this.
Tell me more about this thing that came to you. Did you ask it any questions? Did you?
I asked. Of course, I asked it questions. I asked it all the questions that anyone would ask, and it answered none of them, apart from the fact that it would save my mother, even though it meant I could never see her again. And it gave me instructions, things to do to resurrect whatever this is, where to go, what to do.
Oh no! Oh boy!
And I don't think I'm acting alone. I don't think I'm the only person doing something like this. Can you feel it? Can you see chaos?
What I feel is disappointment. What do you mean that you just started doing all of this evil things dirty?
Would you
work?
have done anything different?
Yeah, I
If you were
wouldn't have
given any
fucking
shred of
done it.
fucking hope, would you have done anything different?
Yeah,
Then you have
I
no
would
soul.
have. I don't know if that's true. It's
She collapses. It seems like this overwhelming anger that has just pulsed through her was too much for her to take, and she was trying to sit up, and she collapses again.
Do you know the others? The others doing this?
I don't know if there's anyone else doing exactly this, but no, I don't.
Then we have no use for her.
That's not.
You have no use for me. I have no use for me at this point.
well, what are you doing? Like, what's the deal that you're trying to fulfill right now?
I know I'll be.
Why would you commit to something where the payment isn't given to you before the job is done? That's like 101.
You never done something blindly in for nothing more than hope, for nothing more than faith? Have you never had to reach for something that's not there, just in hopes that it was?
I have, but the reaches didn't involve destroying things. That's a line you don't cross. You don't hurt other people just to get what you want.
Well, I've made
I
my
thought I
choice.
taught you
haven't
that.
I? You were not there to. Don't lecture me on you teaching me anything. You weren't there when I needed you the most.
Yeah. I still notice that you don't quite have the pinky movement right that we always worked on either, though. Supposed to keep it tucked in.
She smiles, and you can tell she is fucking furious that she smiles.
See, when you tuck it in like this.
What was it? You made us hold a feather
Yeah.
to our palm using only our pinkies? Is that how?
Only the pinky. You have to keep it tucked in.
I can't. My pinky doesn't bend that way. It's.
Yes, it does. I've seen it.
I can't. Ugh.
You just take
And
it.
she
and you
does
just-
this for a moment, trying to get it. It's fucking. I can't. It's gonna give me carpal tunnel. I don't know. How do you do that?
I'm a turtle. Different hands than you.
What?
But that's not the point, right? The point wasn't to ever make it so you can do it exactly like me. The point was to make it so that you tried. I needed to give you something to focus on because I want you to think that you're doing better every time. And you did get better. But I guess
Look me in the eye and tell me I'm not lost. Is there any coming back from this?
that's up to you. I can't answer that question. You can stop at any time. You know that you're hurting people. You know that you're not doing good here. You miss someone, and I'm not going to speak for you about how much you miss them, but you know that you're hurting people. And you're making other people miss them too. Those people that you're hurting right now.
At this point,
You're
she
missing
is-
one person. Just imagine how many more people, how much more pain you've caused just because you missed someone once. Whether or not you're savable, or whether it's up to you. You have to decide if you want to keep doing this or not.
I can't stop without help. There's no one left to help me.
Well, we're here right now.
I don't think you could do anything about this.
Doesn't matter what you think. I'm asking, do you want to be helped? Or do you want to keep hurting people?
You see her grab a pendant. You look twice, and it's a stone sort of pendant around her neck. I want to go home. And you recognize the thing dangling around her neck as a teleportation stone. And it is standard issue to the students at the Order of Brambles in case they ever find themselves in a situation in which they need a safe space. I don't think they'll take me back.
It doesn't really matter if the Order of Brambles takes you back. I left them. You know that, right? I've got these friends now. They're not perfect. I definitely don't think we can afford much of a university or a stipend to, keep the books rolling in. But it's not always about going back to what's comfortable. Sometimes you need that, and that's okay. If you want to go home, I'm sure you can find someone to help. We can help. But just know that it doesn't matter if they take you back or not, right? You can make a new home if you need. Someone will help eventually. Someone will help somewhere, and it will get you the help that you need. Don't worry about going back to them. They're a bunch of stuck-ups. They've got their got their collars buttoned too tight for their own good. There's good people out there.
Pierce, the conversation is sort of, the tensions are falling, so he's lowering his gun.
Where can I go that I'll be safe?
From what?
This magic, this whatever this is. You don't want it as an enemy. Where can I go that I'll be safe?
I don't have an answer for that right now.
The Order of Brambles, they're stuck in their ways, but I always felt safe there. But if you can think of somewhere else for me to go, I'm all ears.
Yeah, they do have some pretty smart abjuration wizards, though. Old Brandledog that took over for me. You know, I don't think he's quite as good as your old man here, but
He smelled like licorice. I didn't care for him.
it was gross. It was like licorice and socks.
Yeah. I've never understood how one smells like licorice and socks simultaneously, but he did.
I think if it's all right with you, I think we can stomach that smell and at least start asking some questions. I don't know how to protect you from this. I was inside of my tiny hut. That thing is impenetrable, and that thing spoke into my head still. So I'll admit it's a little beyond me, but I'm just a small town abjuration wizard who spent too much time with his nose in some books. And honestly, I think that if we were to go back to the college, this might be something that we can at least start asking questions about. You know, the first step towards getting help is to just ask. We can find some answers eventually.
You mean you'll go with me?
Yeah, we can. I mean, I don't think all of us plan on staying in this cave forever.
Wow.
Q, this is not your beautiful house. I don't think you want to stay here.
I don't want to break the moment, but it was my every instinct in the world to say, "This is not,
This
your,
is not
beautiful
your
wife."
beautiful wife.
As well.
Now I need Augustus singing that song.
I mean, I don't know if going to college is good for. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know what we're doing next. I just wanted to come here and stop this, but also, like, I can talk to that water out there, so I'm just real confused.
Right. I mean, honestly, we were sent here to try and stop the portals that have been harming cities and people all over this region. And
Also-
we've stumbled across a few other mysteries and...
Augustus,
Hmm?
look at me. She needs to
Okay.
be put away or dead.
She needs to be kept safe.
Q walks towards Raina. Raina? Map a name.
Raina, yeah.
And he kind of... Is she somewhere he can reach?
Yeah, she's basically like sitting prone on her knees.
He wants to sit on his knees in front of her. Kind of plop down. And he just puts his hand on her leg. If he, like, if she's not wincing or anything.
She doesn't stop you.
He just looks into her eyes and just says, "I'm sorry that you lost your mom.
How did it happen?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know. I found out she was ill while I was still at the college. She didn't know what it was, but she didn't think she was going to last much longer. We were never... We hadn't been close in a few years since I moved to the college. And all I could think of was the guilt that I would feel if we never had a chance to become close again. And that's, I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but it's consuming. And when something like that consumes you, you're willing to do whatever it takes to get rid of it. So I did what I did. I made choices that I don't know that I wouldn't make them again. But I've not seen her since. I don't know if she's alive or dead. I don't know if this thing kept good on its promise. But here we are. Conjuring circles. And hurting people.
I know how it feels when you lose someone or you think you've lost someone. It's like part of you is gone. A part of you didn't even realize was there. And now all that's left is a void. And I'm sorry that you have one too. He just gives her a hug.
While he's doing that, Pierce turns to Augustus again and goes, "She's making these decisions and she doesn't even know if her mom is actually dead. She's too dangerous to not be put away somewhere."
Exactly.
Where are you going to
get
put her?
help. That's something we'll have to find answers to, but she has direct experience working with something absolutely terrible. And I don't think that this will be an experience that we'll want to pass up the opportunity to look into, learn more from, talk to her, see what the college can find out about all of this. If this was just some random person, I'm not sure if we would have been able to connect like this, been able to save this person. For all we know, they would have just collapsed this cave in on us or something.
That makes a ton of sense to Pierce, and he actually puts his gun away.
I think we need to get her help and like you said, put her away. Though not in jail, we need to put her away someplace that this void can't find her. So find some sort of way to protect her, so that we can learn from her and maybe get some more answers to what's going on here.
While Augustus is talking, Pierce takes off his hat and he puts it on Q.
Q stops hugging Raina, and he reaches into his bag and he says, I've not had a lot of things that have brought me joy, but this was kind of nice, and so maybe you can keep it and it maybe will help you out a little bit. And he hands her the paddle ball.
I knew it. She takes it. She doesn't really know what to say. She kind of stutters over the phrase. Thank you. And she sort of paddles it for a moment.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not much, but it's a thing. And you don't really get tied up on things. So you can have mine.
I appreciate that. And she stops paddling and sets it down next to her. She looks at you, Augustus. Is she all willing to help?
Yeah, always.
She reaches out for your hand.
I grab it in my weird turtle hands that we talked about earlier.
Are you ready to go now? She kind of holds the stone.
Wait,
Oh.
what?
Like,
Augustus?
I was hoping you might come with us instead.
Oh. You want me to come with you all?
We can't leave. Like, I mean, we like Jindy and Dorf are even still at the inn. Like,
That would be pretty weird, wouldn't it be?
yeah.
Well, how about this? I'm going to go with my friend here, and I'm going to see if I can get her some help. I'll speak to the heads of the college and see if we can get her safe, and we can meet up when you guys are next back in town.
You're taking responsibility for her.
Yeah. Yes, I am. Yeah.
Pierce nods.
Raina is crying pretty profusely but silently at this point in time.
And, maybe I can find a bit more out about the portals and where they were leading to and send you guys some letters just so that we can have some answers to some of the questions, like
Yeah.
where the stones were going. And
I could like send you like an animal like to talk to you whenever we find things out.
or a letter. Yeah, both are very
Well,
appropriate and
well, it's
normal
hard-
things to do. Yeah, that's
It's hard to write letters when you're on the move and you don't know where,
you could give it to. I guess I don't speak animal. You'll have to give a letter to an animal who
Well,
can then.
Augustus, it's magic.
bring
It would speak to you, and listen. I haven't done it, but I've been wanting to, so it's just a
All
thing
right,
I
all
think
right,
I can
all right.
do.
I'm open to it. If it doesn't work out and I get a weird chipmunk that just screams at me, I might adopt it. And he'll live in my house and I'll name it Medicine. But if I'll give him a letter back and he can bring it back to you.
Pierce gets the sense that Kess is getting worked up over that conversation, so he puts his hand
She's
on
just
her
like-
shoulder.
Okay. Okay.
Do you really think this will what, Master Augustus?
Oh, I don't really think much anymore. But that's part of the adventure, isn't it? Seeing things work. I think it'll work.
Perhaps I've been thinking too much lately.
Let's go not think for a while. I think we could both use a thinking break.
She clutches your hand
Uh,
tighter. And she clutches.
One quick thing. 1 second. Augustus kind of takes a
Sure.
backpack off and rummages through it real quick. And he produces a tiny rolled up piece of paper. And he walks over to Q. Now, Q, I want you to hold on to this. And if you find a good use for it, which I know you will, I want you to really make this powerful. And I give him a little piece of paper. All right. I'm ready when you are.
Okay. She grabs your hand again and clutches the stone. And you all see the stone sort of begin to light up in her hand, and it pulses for a moment. And then, in a flash, Augustus and Reyna are no longer standing before you. Augustus, what? Oh. Oh, I see. I was like, whoa, did he really leave? I had a thing for him. Augustus.
For those of you on the podcast, that was a fun visual thing where I just...
Right, it was a visual
camera
gag.
off.
Augustus, you feel a slight chill grasp your body, not uncomfortable, but alarming, and your stomach lurches as you're pulled through space. For a split second, you become aware of like every atom in and around you, and then you land solidly on your feet.
What's happening, man? Whoa.
They can't see all of it.
That's fine.
Reyna crumbles to the ground, and you find yourself standing in a familiar hallway with polished wooden floors and warm magical light emanating from sconces on the wall. There's a comforting smell of incense as well as stew. And then you remember that the kitchens are located on the same floor as the dormitories. You look in front of you and you see...
It's Wednesday. Of course it's beef stew night still.
You look in front of you and you see a purple door with pink polka dots. At your feet, you hear a sniffle. Home.
Hey, best friend. Let's get you to the nurse.
Back in the cave, you all just watched Augustus disappear into thin air. You no longer hear the trickle of running water in the cracks beneath your feet. Where you didn't before, you notice a plain wooden door at the back of this room.
I walk over to Q and I kneel down and I just put my arms out for a hug. I'm not gonna hug him without consent, but
he kind of pats your hand and just says, I'm okay. I'm okay.
okay. Well, if you need me, I'm here.
Thank you. He walks away. He shoves he takes the rolled up piece of parchment and puts it in his bag. So are we coming or what? He yells over his shoulder.
I look at Pierce and I'm like, out the
I'm
door?
ready. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
You guys walk over to the plain wooden door. There is, as all of the other doors in this place that you find yourself, a single candle lit beside it. You reach, or do you open the door?
Yeah. Pierce will open the door.
Okay. And Nicole and Brenna and Mix are following you. You push open the door and step out into the dusk of Sci-Hoff. The sun is setting. There is a chill in the air. You have just stepped out essentially from the Well, yeah. You step out from the back of this small cottage that Q may or may not still think that Kess created. There is a smell of smoke, actually, and there are even more destroyed buildings than there were when you came into this cottage earlier in the day. You get the feeling that there was very, very recently another storm.
Is it me or did this place get shittier?
I think the storms are over here.
Over here?
No, like the storms that were here are over now.
Oh.
Do you think Turtle Man will follow through?
Yeah. I really do. I mean, what else is he gonna, like, you know?
Pierce kind of kicks Q a little bit, like lightly, very lightly, like taps him with his foot. You want a drink?
Yeah.
Pierce looks at Kess. Do you want a drink?
Yes.
Then let's drink.
We've gotta go, like, we need to also check on, like, Dwarf and Jindy.
They were back at the inn, right? Like, as far as we knew?
Yes.
All right. That is settled.
Okay.
For the record, Pierce has not taken his hat back from Q, for the record.
So Q's just walking through town, still wearing the hat. I love that. So, you guys make your way through. At this point, it is less about people clearing out debris. There are very few people left in town. You see, as you look across, you see, like, what few people you do see are actually on horseback or with carriages, and they're trying to make their way out of town. Actually, hold on. Okay, you make it back to the pub, and you see your horses are perfectly safe.
Are they all there?
Yeah.
All our horses?
Oh, no. All of the horses are not there. 2 of them are missing, as a matter of fact. But you step inside, and the familiar drow barkeep is hunched over, like asleep on her forearms, leaning over the bar, kind of snoring.
I go upstairs.
Pierce is going to slap the bar.
Ah! Like
2.5 drinks, please.
2 and 2.5. Is that all? What kind of 2.5 drinks?
What do you drink, kid?
God.
Usually water, occasionally like milk or something. I had coffee once, but I don't think that's a good idea. And then something with the stick meat was weird.
Okay,
That one was good though. I would like to feel like that again.
2 ales and then 1 half ale, half water.
Yeah, fine. And then she turns around and steps back and starts taking care of that. In
Pierce.
about a minute and a half, she comes back out with your drinks, and she slides she slides Q specifically his drink, and then she's like, "Oh, hold on, I got something." And she reaches beneath the counter and pulls out like a silly, crazy straw and puts it in his beer for him.
Pierce sits down on the stool and then, without warning Q, grabs him by the back and then pulls him up and sets him on the
Oh shit!
stool next to him.
Oh God!
That one's yours. Don't drink these. And Pierce sets the third one for Kess off to the left.
What did she just put in the drink?
Magic juice.
No, I mean the little thingy. The little stick.
It's a drink stick.
You drink out. If you,
you
never
drink
use
out
it,
of that.
is a,
Look, you're too drunk
she
to answer
grabs-
him.
Okay.
Sorry.
No. Totally fine.
He's not gonna get it. You put that in your mouth and pretend that like you just killed something and you want to get the marrow out of the bone.
Oh.
Try
it's like
that.
a drink. Okay. And then he sucks on the craziest straw.
Okay, it's a pleasant experience. Like it's a very cool beverage hitting the back of your tongue. It tastes familiar, almost like the stick meat drink, but a little bit less invasive, a little bit more pleasant, a little bit more your speed.
I had a straw.
Okay, yeah. No, this is good. This is good. Thank you, Pierce.
We'll just wait for the others.
I go upstairs
Okay.
and I go to Dwarf's room first.
Okay.
And I look in.
You look in and you see you don't see anything. You don't see any items. You see a bed that has been turned down.
And I had already seen the horses gone.
Yes.
I go to my room.
With your passive perception, you would have noticed that the horses are gone. Yes. In your room, you see a piece of parchment on the bed, as well as a few items.
I pick them all up and I take the parchment and I start reading it as I walk back downstairs.
Okay. As you walk downstairs, do you want me to send this to you or do you want me to read it?
Please read it.
As you unroll the parchment, you start to read, Dorf isn't well. Something is lingering from New Hexton. I'm taking him to the shrine of Saloon on the eastern shelves. I think we'll find answers there. We've left a few things we won't be needing, but that you might still find useful. I have it on good authority that the work you're doing is some of the most important work that'll be done for generations. Don't stop fighting those who thrive on chaos and pain. I'm happy our paths crossed. Moonlight guide you all. Jendi. And Kess, as a point of order, the items that you picked up were a clockwork amulet, a ring of protection, a bracelet of Saloon that you recognize Jendi got from the temple, and one bottle of nautical far speech.
Okay.
Forgot about
I walk downstairs like just tears, like with the paper. And I just like walk over to the bar and just quietly pass it to Pierce.
Pierce slides it over and looks at it. He takes it and he crumples it up and he throws it behind the bar. And he looks at Q and he goes, "We're gonna need another."
Yeah, sorry. Do you want something stronger or do you just want that again?
Yes.
More of that. All right. And she steps out back. Like you notice that as she's pouring your drinks, her eyes are basically closed. This is something she has done so many times that she doesn't need to succumb to her light sensitivity in order to prepare these drinks. So she gets your ales and brings them back over to you.
While she's fixing the drink, Q just looks at Kess and says,
How's Dorf and Jendi?
Well, Dorf wasn't doing good. So they went to get him help.
Like to the doctor.
Like they left. Then I just like I'm not gonna leave you though.
That's
Um,
okay.
And she left a ring. I
Pierce stays silent, but shakes his head.
Was it a pretty ring?
You tell me, and I pull out the ring of protection. Hold it up to him.
Q, it's this golden ring with a green gem. Actually, several green gems embedded into the gold all the way around it.
Okay. And Q reaches up to the horn on his helmet and grabs the ring Jindy gave him. And he takes it off. And he just sits it on the counter and just says, I found it's best not to get attached to things. And then he
You
walks
said it,
away.
kid.
And he gets off the stool and he goes upstairs to his room.
You said it, kid. Pierce takes
Yes.
another drink.
I feel so bad for him.
For the kid?
Yeah. For everything, everything right now sucks. Everyone left.
Yeah. Guess this is what people do. And I'm sorry. But this is what they do.
Pierce, I didn't even tell her thank you for saving me. I didn't even talk to her. I just got up and I ran away. I didn't even say thanks.
Well, I didn't get to punch Dorf back in the face either. But when you know from the get-go that people come with a time limit, then it doesn't hurt so bad when the timer hits 0.
Are you gonna leave?
At some point. Hey. Not like soon. Like, I've got a lot of time left on my timer.
Me too.
And I certainly can't leave without my hat, so.
I kind of like your hair without the hat. So.
Okay, well, don't start lying to me, or the timer is going to get shorter.
What do we do about Q?
I think he knows exactly what's going on. I think he might know better what's going on.
Yeah. He's just little. And I just, want to tank things for him, I guess. I don't know. Want to protect, I guess. But you're right.
Don't let his size fool you. There's something else there with him.
Yeah. But there's something else there with all of us.
Well, now I feel awkward as the only person who's not talking to random people in their head.
Maybe one day you'll have somebody to talk to in your head. You have, me until then. But where are we going? Like, what are we? Wait, weren't we supposed to get paid again? For all of this?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's 100% accurate. And when I sober up tomorrow, we should go get paid.
But how? Everyone's leaving except for this barkeeper, and I think she just can't leave because she's too drunk.
Well, we're clearly gonna get...
That was her laughing.
Well, we're clearly gonna get the other three's cut now. Our pay just doubled, so there's that. Hip hip hooray.
There's that. Yeah.
We could also rob her blind, and Pierce taps the bar in front of the drunk bartender. You got any money?
Don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
She
I
giggles.
don't. I mean, really, it would just be us taking our money back. So.
Get some rest. I'm gonna get drunk. Make sure the kid's okay. And tomorrow we get paid.
Okay. I swear, if I wake up and you're gone, I will come hunt you down as a spider. And I get up and I walk away.
Kess, as you get up and walk away, Pierce, actually, as she gets up and walks away, you hear a voice in your head.
Perfect timing.
You both hear a and then you hear it again after a few seconds.
Did you say something?
This isn't like when I was getting messages, was it? Does this feel like something different?
It is not. Kess, you after a moment, you remember the items that you picked up from your bedroom.
Huh. Oh. The bottle?
Oh, you're hearing it too. I was gonna say. I
pull out the bottle.
Okay.
Does it sound like it's coming from that?
It does. As you lift the bottle, both of you hear the voice of Captain Riddick. Evercrest has fallen. Do not return. There are no survivors. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Holy shit.
No survivors. The king owes me a favor. You take that back. He's.
Oh my gosh!
Like that.
Ethis is there. And
No.
and Zeffy,
Our apartment.
our money.
Yeah, where's the order of brambles at? Where's
The
that
Order of
located?
Brambles. The Order of Brambles is not in Evercrest.
Okay,
Justice.
cool. Just
Yeah.
wanted to clear that up.
Yeah, that's how we kill Augustus.
The
Surprise!
Order of Brambles is on the Order of Brambles is on the mainland on western side of the island of the. It's like on the western side of Eldarin.
That's what you get, Rothmar.
We're taking Dwarf also to the Order of Brambles. Okay, everyone died.
Oh, I literally have no clue
Terrible
what to.
boating accident.
What do we
Good session, you
do?
guys.
Oh, I don't
Oh.
want to end it here. Oh gosh. So
Good
many
session, you guys.
emotions, so many feelings, so many things.
We're gonna rename it the Sad Crew.
What? Like for episode 20? God.
Guys, we've done 20 episodes of the show now.
Oh my gosh.
Whew.
Wild, ain't it? Rothmar, we love you a bunch.
We
Who knew
do.
bunch?
We do.
Thank you
That
for
was-
Augustus.
That was beautiful.
You are inspirational. I mean that.
You're my
Oh my God. Yeah, everybody's gonna miss your voice, honestly. Like,
I do really need to hear Augustus singing Once in a Lifetime now. Like,
Yes.
that's something.
I am just so happy at all of the accidental references I think the whole party was making. And my brain just compiles things into Talking Heads references. So like,
Right.
Kess
Oh
is
my
sitting
God.
there talking about hitting the blank spots, and we're all sitting here talking about things under the water and over the water. And it's just
Yeah, I feel like a lot of that was
God.
very, very accidental. It's still delightful.
I mean,
Guys,
but
that-
like the whole episode was about being talked to in your head. So something in the
Talking.
universe was
And
happening.
Talking
Yeah.
heads.
like this is not Q's beautiful home, and like it must be the place that all the stuff is happening. I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing here. Like, I see it, I feel it.
Feel it.
Feel it.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us for this session. We had fun, and we hope you did as well.
My heart. Oh, my heart hurts.
I think you can call this fun.
Oh, that's fun
Emotional
as shit.
torture is
It's
fun.
definitely
Yeah.
a different kind of fun than I think most people are used to.
It's well, I mean, yeah. If
but
you're-
different
if
is
you're-
good.
Ooh. Yeah.
I had fun.
Yeah. So yes, thank
I had
you,
fun
thank
too.
you, Rothmar, for yourself and for Augustus.
Yes.
We love you a whole bunch, guys. Please don't forget to join us for our next session. What is today's date? Today's the 10th, so the next one's going to be the 24th.
Mm-hmm.
March 24th will be our next session, episode 21. And we hope to see you here. Don't forget that you can find this episode on YouTube day after tomorrow, first thing in the morning. You can also go back and watch the VOD on Twitch if you so wish, and the podcast will be uploaded on Monday. Can we? Let me do cast up in here and chat so we make sure
Yeah.
Up
everybody
in
every-
here.
Follow everybody.
follows. Everybody follows everybody. Do you guys have anything to say before we pack it up for the evening?
Emotions.
Yeah,
It was
just
a
that
pleasure.
I thought I was gonna be able to. I thought in character I was gonna give this speech, sort of, whatever flew to Q, but like Q is upset obviously, so I didn't get to express feelings towards Augustus and Rothmar, but there were good ones. It was just not in character. They weren't. So, but I don't know. It's been fun being a scene partner.
And I've learned a ton from you, Rothmar, doing this since the COVID relief one, and
Yeah.
so just thank you.
Yeah. And I would say thanks to everyone who watches too. Like genuinely, it has been a pleasure.
Everybody, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, get vaccinated when you can, please, so we can get back to normal. And keep an eye out because we did mention the first COVID charity relief stream. It's time to get another charity stream together. We don't know when, we don't know how, we don't know who, but it's time to get one of those together again. So keep an eye out and an ear out and a timeline out for more information on that. We love you all so very much. Please take care of yourselves. And until next time, meeting adjourned. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.